Daniel Green, presenting my brand new book, World Dining for Life, right here at Tangs. Well, the spark to my career was I really wanted to lose weight, but I love food, and I had to find something where I could actually eat the best food and lose weight at the same time. So that's how I started developing recipes, because I wanted to really create food that I enjoyed, because most diets, they kind of take you off the track of what you can't have. So I wanted to have what I could have and really come up with interesting recipes. I lost about 65 pounds. That was over 3 years, so it was a long time. In a way, a lot of diets do a very quick fix, but I did it slowly and it stays off. So the longer you take to lose the weight, the more chance you have got of always keeping it off, and this was now years ago that I really lost all the weight. When I lost the weight, I just felt really good about myself, and I thought, you know what, I'd love to be able to get a picture in a magazine. I didn't think I'd have a full career in modelling. I thought I'd just start out, but by the time I went to an agent and they said build a portfolio up, and then I started going on castings, and then I got one job and another job, really now show people what I can do, and I did it for a reason, which was all about the weight loss. It's not what you do by cutting things out forever, it's what you do on average. So number one is, you said you don't have time to cook. Well, go back and try and cook. It's not as long as it seems. Also try and think of fast food as more Japanese food, or soups and noodles, because those certainly are healthy. Try and take the fat out. Very low fat diets and nothing deep fried. You will see dramatic results. And if you are in a restaurant, don't be afraid to say, can I have it without this or this, and try and have the low fat side. You'll see huge differences. I love to eat out and try different food. So much of travel has been my inspiration. I've now got 6 books out, and each of them have about 80 recipes. So I think I really do go in phases. I love Japanese food. The last year I've been doing a huge amount of Japanese food, and I'd love to actually learn a bit more about it from the cuisine. So I do a lot of that kind of cuisine. I do a lot of seafood, a lot of fish, and I like lots of Asian spices, because that's the way you can really spice it up without the fat. I find the Japanese food the most intriguing at the moment. I was in Tokyo about a year ago, and I think the world's perception of Japanese food is a sushi bar, but it's so much more. The curries are incredible that they do. But there's so many. Thai food is one of my favourites, Chinese food. Always doing new cookbooks, I have to come up with new ideas. I never want to repeat myself, so every book is very fresh and different. Well, I haven't been back to Singapore for about 5 years, and I still can taste the chili crab as one of the nicest things I've ever had. Maybe I will have to turn my hand at doing chili crab on a really healthy style. You know, I'm kind of much more of a savoury person than sweet. If you put a bar of chocolate in front of me, I wouldn't really be that tempted. But put some cheese from France, that's probably my weaknesses. And I do indulge, and I do have time off that I have my favourite foods, and sometimes some deep fried as well. There are a few, and it's really from so many different regions. I've managed to do here Chinese, Thai, we've got Vietnamese, Japanese, Indian, Italian, French, Spanish and Middle Eastern. So I've covered every country that has got a lot of good food. This is one of my favourites because I love calamari, but normally it's deep fried. So I've come up with a version which is just a light breadcrumb, really light, and you just do it in a wok or a non-stick pan and it comes out beautifully. This one is one of my favourite creations. I have so much tuna. It's a huge tuna steak, and I get wasabi peas and I crush them down to like a powder. I coat it and then I put it in a non-stick pan, and it just comes out really well, with real kick to it. But there's a lot of different recipes in here, a lot of different regions, and I hope everyone's going to be cooking something they might not have thought about. Well, I definitely have to do chili crab. I need to find a local chef that can teach me what the ingredients are, and then I can do my own swing. And The World Cuisine is one of my favourite books because it's taken regions all over the world, and most actual countries do have some signature dishes that are very healthy. Even Indian food, you can find some healthy versions. So I'm really trying to give it my swing on all countries across the world. I cannot live without non-stick, because non-stick, if you've got a really good non-stick pan, all you need to do is put a little bit of salmon or steak in, and you don't need any oil. If it's got a strong heat element, it actually cooks it and browns it. People are so amazed that you don't need oil or butter in food sometimes if you've got the right pan. So really good non-stick ware, and my tongs, can't live without those. My favourite kitchen would be all stainless steel. It would be granite tops, it would be like really big sinks, and just some things that you really have the necessity to use all the time. But I haven't ever made my dream kitchen yet, so I have to look around here in Tangs and find out my favourites.